Welcome to another Car Cave episode of the Late Break Show. This is where we go and explore people's dens, car dens, collections of vehicles. Today, I'm just outside Kilmarnock in Scotland to meet a guy called Willie, who's converted a pretty unassuming looking farm shed into a really amazing place. And I believe he's in here. Willie? Hello.
How you doing, Johnny?
Pleased to meet you. Come on through. What a place.
Yeah.
What a place you've got here. So on the outside, it's like just an old farm building.
Yes, it's an old farm building that we renovated. It used to be a workshop.
Did it?
Repair trucks, and then it was lying empty. We moved the business elsewhere to expand.
So you've got everything. You've got a bar.
Yep.
Basically a snap-on kitchen.
Yep.
Murals, beautiful murals.
Yep. They're all done with aerosol cans.
Are they?
Aye. Frank Carty, a local guy, artist, he came in and spent about a month in here.
Formula One thrones. I've not
Yep.
seen that before.
Yep.
Wow, this is brilliant.
And the table made out an F1 car as well.
I just clocked that as I walked in. Clearly, as cool as this is, there are no real cars in this bit.
No, not in this, but we do have cars somewhere else.
Okay. Show me to the cars, Willie. Show me
Right.
to the cars.
Okay.
This is good.
Right, Johnny, here's the cars here.
Oh my word. What a room. This is like a showroom within the farm building.
Yes, this was the old workshop for the trucks we spoke about earlier. The old pits are in here and we filled them in with concrete and just created a kind of showroom effect.
It's amazing.
And again, the same guy from up the stairs with the spray cans, he done all the work here on the wall as well.
Wow, this is a car cave, isn't it? Never have I seen a double-decker bus with a Formula One car next to it, next to a GT40, next to a Hillman Imp, next to some Hot Triumphs, and a line of amazing rear-wheel drive Fords. What was the first car that you started with? What was the first?
The first car was the Mexico here that I bought at Ignition in Glasgow.
Yeah.
A few years ago. I knew that guy Ross Cree, he'd actually built this car. He used to work for Malcolm Wilson Motorsport. So he done such a great job in it. I was at Ignition and I did say to Ross, if you're ever selling that car, give me first chance. And all the car came up for sale and I bought it. I tell Ross to keep it for 2 years because I never to put it. And that gave me the idea of building the place for this car. And then we've just added as we went on and been fortunate to meet people at the right time.
Yeah.
We decided to sell a car.
Okay, let's start in this corner and then we'll work our way around. I mean, wow.
Johnny, this is a Fiat 131 Abarth. This is the last car that I bought to fill the showroom. Now, it had to be a Fiat 131 Abarth because I served my time in the garage in Kilmarnock Bickets and it was Fiat 131s that I worked on.
Was it?
Yeah, and my dream was to get a Group 4 Abarth rally car. But obviously, the only place to get it was abroad.
Yeah.
I've been looking for the last 5-10 years for one of them. Unfortunately, one popped up and it's an absolute stunner.
It really is. Oh my gosh. And also not a common car that you see, especially in the UK.
No.
What a thing. So this is a new build.
Yeah, new build, Group 4 rally car shell, and every part to this car is to replicate the Group 4 rally car.
So I mean, obviously there's a big rally theme here.
Yep.
Did you always into rally ever since you were younger? Or?
My own original car was the Fiat 124.
Oh, that's you?
Yeah, that's me.
That's your car? Okay.
And could never really afford the 131 at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh. I mean, this looks like a big build, a really big build. So are you actually going to drive this thing?
Yes, I'm going to have a go in it, yep.
Brilliant. So, because it's only been in here a short time,
Yeah, it's only been here about 6 weeks.
Oh, is that all?
Yep.
Okay. So this is the 2 litre twin cam?
Yep. Abarth engine.
The legendary twin cam. Wow. And where did this come from, this car?
It came from down south. It was advertised, and within 2 or 3 days I contacted the seller, and within that period of time that I was really interested in buying the car, I had phone calls from all over the world wanting to buy it. So basically it's the first car that I've bought without actually physically going to see it.
Right.
So it was, because it's just pristine, and I didn't want to lose out because I might never get a chance to another one in Britain.
So it's built to be, it's a fully, eligible rally car, but
Yep.
it's never been raced yet.
No, never been raced.
Gosh.
And it is now certified to race.
Is it?
Yep.
This is quite something, and like I say, not seen in the UK. You see this sort of thing in Italy
Yep.
and in other European countries, but you don't
Yep.
really see it in the UK. So all the Vorsteiner sign writing on it,
Yep.
Voltaroll's name on the
Yeah,
door.
absolutely.
Because of course this was rally pre all the sort of Quattro stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. And
This-
he was world champion with us.
Yeah. So this is gonna see the light of day this summer.
Yes.
I love the matching artwork, I have to say. But what we'll do is we'll walk around here. We'll go on to the yellow Mexico.
Yep.
So you touched on this Mexico when we first walked in.
Yep.
I have to say it is absolutely. It looks to me flawless.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Great paint job, and the colour just makes the car stand out.
Yeah, it is one of the best colours, isn't it? And obviously it's got its own mural and entire wall.
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
this corner of the workshop.
And again, the artists worked with just a picture of the car.
So why Escorts? Is it the rally thing again?
Bit of
Is
a
it-
rally thing, but again, probably age group as well, used to work in a lot of these.
Yeah.
But at the time, 1600 gears, Mexico's RS2000s were in car to own or sell at the time.
Yeah.
And I've always had a touch for one of these again.
Yeah. And when I see it like this, because the guy that actually restored it, Ross, he's the one that organised us to come and film at Willie's place here. So I've got to say thank you to him. But he told me this paint job's 10 years old.
Yep, absolutely.
It
Fantastic.
looks really, really good, I have to say. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to come and do this car cave, is because although this is a line of Fords here, quite an interesting mix of cars and bikes.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your daily driver?
I've got a Range Rover Sport.
Okay.
4 years of age, 137,000 miles on the clock.
4 years old, 130,000 miles.
We've got a construction company, so it's miles every day, because I can't believe what somebody tells me on a phone.
Oh,
So
really?
you've got to be on the sites just to make sure everything's running right.
Gosh, you do a lot of miles.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. What was your first car? That's what I was going to ask you.
Oh, my first car. Oh, I've got to go back a bit of time to think about that one. It was a Fiat 132.
Was it?
Twin cam.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Fiat thing is...
The Fiat, because obviously I served my time. It was a trade-in that went into the garage that I served my time in. And I think I had it 3 weeks, then wrote it off. So that was a start.
So you were a trained mechanic and then you got into the tarmacking business.
Yeah, that's it.
And then that's where this shed comes into the equation.
That's it, because our business had expanded. We've been here for about 25 years.
Whose idea was it to do that showroom facade there?
Well, that's my wife, Maureen. She's the brains behind all the designs and stuff like that.
It's
So we
clever.
wanted old effect with the showroom outside.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go on to the rally car.
Right.
Okay, so we've gone for road Escort to rally Escort.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the story behind this Mark II?
This was just another one that came on the market, and I get again the opportunity to buy it. It's designed and certificated for rallying, and it's an absolute shell rebuild, and it's absolute mint.
Yeah, it is really good. Now, did you used to sponsor this car when it competed, or have you driven it?
No, I've just driven it locally. I've not done anything with it. My company colours are on it now and stickers.
Yeah.
But again, it's too good to rally because
Is it?
it's in such good a condition.
It is really, really, really good. It's beautiful. And what engine's in this?
It's got a Pinto in it.
Has it?
Yep.
You are in rally country though, aren't you? The
Absolutely.
roads all around here are are just
Yeah.
good roads for driving. And what I was thinking when we first walked in was, what I like about this collection of cars is you presumably could easily go and buy a supercar.
Yeah,
But obviously your interest, you'd much rather have like that Fiat 131
absolutely.
rally car than a brand new McLaren.
No, yeah. One, getting in and out of McLaren's a bigger problem, I think. The older you get.
Do you still like getting into old stuff though?
Absolutely.
Striking it up,
Yeah.
smelling it.
That's it, it's the smell, the noise,
Yeah,
where everything's going electric now.
yeah.
Yep,
You like the analog.
that's it.
Talking of analog, actually, I didn't really reference that there are, what, 4 bikes in this room?
4 bikes.
Yeah.
Yes, they're Kevin Carmichael was the world stunt champion. These bikes have all been designed by Triumph and gifted to Kevin years ago because I used to sponsor him. And he was moving on to buy a digger and start for himself.
Okay.
So he came back to me because I sponsored him for day one before he get all the works ride with the bikes.
I've seen Kevin Carmichael perform. He's
Yep.
brilliant. So this Triumph and that Triumph next to the Fiat there.
Yeah, that one there, yep, that's number 0 of 25 in the world.
My gosh.
With no miles.
No miles.
No miles. Straight out the crate, and that's it.
Oh my gosh. So you don't ride that one then?
No, no.
Have you always been into bikes as well?
Yeah, I used to do motocross many years ago. I've got a motocross bike over there, we'll show you
We'll have a
when we
look
get
at
far
it.
around the showroom.
So Mark II, let's
Yep.
go and have a look at the Mark 1. I really like this, Willie.
Yep, yep. Lotus Twin Cam, Mark
Yeah.
1 Escort.
Yeah. It looks really, really authentic.
Yes, very original.
So is this a newly built car or is this a car
No,
built?
this is probably an original historic car.
Okay.
And it'd been garaged for a lot of years. And my friend Ross again handpicked this one out, went down south and got this as well.
And how long have you had this?
Had this now maybe 2 years.
It looks amazing. So
Yeah.
this is kind of like you say of its period. It's got
Absolutely.
analog timing clocks,
Yeah.
old-fashioned transmission
Oh,
tunnel,
absolutely. No
conversion,
gearbox. Yep.
old seats,
Yep.
the clip-on headrests. It looks good, doesn't it? So when you're looking for a car, I mean, what I was going to ask you was, these things can spiral out of control, can't they?
Absolutely.
You know, you could probably buy twice the amount of cars,
Yep.
but have you controlled yourself?
Well, obviously because the 131 Abarth was the last one to get the jigsaw,
Yeah,
I feel content with the way it is now.
Yeah.
And that'll be it. That's it.
you've got it all now.
That's it. There's no space left.
Yeah.
And if it means to extend the showroom, it would mean the wife maybe buying more horses. So we're quite happy.
Have you got a deal then? So your wife's an equestrian,
Yep, that's it.
so she has the horses, you have the horsepower. as
That's it.
were.
Absolutely. And then if I look at other cars, then she starts looking at other horses.
How many horses has she got? Has she got this many horses?
She's probably got the same amount of horses I've got cars in here.
Bloody hell.
So, yep,
Interesting deal. Interesting deal.
yep. But the only good thing about this is the horses, you've got to feed them and put shoes on them. Where you buy the cars at the right price, you don't need to feed them, they sit here and you just get them value.
Yeah. Which must be fun.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, you presumably you remember this stuff when it was new.
Absolutely, yep.
You know, like
Used to buy and sell these cars when I was 18, 19 years of age.
is it weird seeing how the values, especially these,
Oh, they've just went
have
crazy.
just gone mad?
Crazy.
And in the back
Yeah.
of your head, you're like, I remember buying these in like the early 80s.
Oh, for £100 until, yeah, absolutely.
It's bizarre how it happens, though, isn't it? So right at the end, then the last of the Fords on this side.
Yes, you've got the famous Lotus Cortina.
Well, if you've watched a couple of previous car caves on the Late Break Show, you'll know that this is a Lotus Cortina. It's an early one as well.
Yeah, 1963.
Oh, it is the first
Yeah.
first year. First year. Again, rally spec.
Yep.
A new build or an older build rally car?
No, it was like a new build car. It was a guy taking 5 years to restore it.
Wow.
So he did, and what a job he's made it.
So this hasn't competed, or it
I'd
has?
just done one rally.
Did
so it? But Nothing major at all. But it's absolutely beautiful.
You've got to see it in here, it's amazing. That is really beautiful. Gosh, I bet that's an awful lot of fun.
Full historic spec again, so it is.
So does anybody ever come in here? Because this is obviously your like private den.
Yeah, it's usually people for the first time that come to see it. There could be somebody out walking their dog and get a bit of chat and bring them in. And I get more out of people seeing it for the first time.
Yeah.
Because for the outside it just looks like an old hay shed.
Yeah.
But you're actually in, you can't believe what they see when they do come in.
Yeah.
And 99% of the time they go out and they walk away numb because they just can't take it all in.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it's really amazing. It is really, really amazing. So out of these then, out of the competition Fords we've got here, the Mark II, the Mark 1 and the Cortina rally cars, which is your sort of like...
Well, I think you've got to turn your head to this with the Jim Clark connection, the Scottish.
Yeah.
I think that'll be the most famous rally car. One of the most famous rally cars out there.
I was going to say, you drive one of these out on a sunny day in Scotland.
Yep.
I bet it gets an enormous amount of respect.
Oh, a few head turning.
Because of the Jim Clark connection.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very, very cool.
Yep.
But we have to move on to one of the most exciting cars for me, which is this, the Imp. Now, before we delve into the what's important about the Bevan Imp,
Yep.
I've got to say, Willie, Imps are something that are a bit close to my heart. My dad's first car was an Imp.
Right.
And although I've never owned an Imp, I've always had a bit of a like, I quite fancy an Imp project at some point. I've always thought they're amazing. And my dad speaks quite highly of them, even though they were flawed. We know they were flawed. But of course, they're the only Scottish car, really.
Yes, not far from here, Linwood, that's the factory where they were built.
Yeah.
This one was a Bevan Imp, driven by Bill McGovern. The family restored this back to what the original one looked like, and what a renovation they've done in this car. Won the British Touring Car Championships in 1970, 71 and 72.
This was a giant killer, this car, wasn't it?
Yeah, obviously the weight of it, and a good tuned engine in the back.
Yeah. I think that Bevan managed to get an Imp to basically do everything. Stay cool, rev high, not blow up, cooling in the front rather than in the back. And so this car you bought from the Bevan family?
Yeah, it was through a friend that bought it from the Bevan family, and then I bought it off him.
Wow.
I was getting to the stage of running out of space, and I think just the right thing again.
Yeah.
Touring car, put a bit of kind of rally theme to it with the roll bar as well, and with enough space for one more. And I think all we could have fit it in was Imp.
I absolutely love it.
Couldn't you get a better one?
I absolutely love it. I mean, I don't know how Scottish people feel about Imps, whether it's a bit of a sour subject. I mean, they were fundamentally good cars.
Yeah.
They were just probably not fully developed before they went on sale. Is the best way to put it.
Renowned for their heads to go in them.
Yeah.
And the old nickname was the Singing Kettle.
Yeah.
Because we're always cooking.
The Singing Kettle. How long have you had this for?
I've had this just in the last 6 months.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Not long at all?
No.
I can see it's been signed.
Aye, that's right. I think it was at the British Car Show. The certain individuals were there and they signed the car as well.
That's really nice.
Yep.
That's really nice. But let's talk about these cars here, because there's a Formula One car in the corner, which is brilliant. All right, well then, look, what's the story here? Can you just go out and buy a Formula One car? I don't know.
Well, it was a bit of hard work to try and get one. This is Jacques Villeneuve's XBR Formula One car. They do sell the car, but they'll not sell it with engine. They always keep the engine. But sometimes you get them. I was fortunate with this one because of the gearbox and the brakes in it. So we can get an equivalent engine to put in it.
Okay.
That was the first kind of idea, but going with the shape of me, trying to get into an F1 car could be a problem.
Yeah.
So we didn't bother with engine, and just to have it in display, it's just, not many people can say they've got an F1 car, let alone Jacques Villeneuve.
So this is 2001, 2000?
Yep, so on the pillar there you'll see.
Oh yeah, BAR Honda 0305 chassis number.
Yep.
San Marino GP 2001, qualified 11th. Spanish GP came 3rd.
Yep.
Austrian GP finished 8th.
And you can Google that and see this same car
Yeah.
racing.
So, did you just fancy a Formula One car in this one specifically? Because obviously upstairs you've got your F1 chairs and you've got your memorabilia.
It was just really to get an F1 car, and I'd been to a few historic auctions and different things.
Yeah.
And every time I went to try and get one, they were just making crazy money.
Yeah.
Absolute crazy. Even ones with no gearbox or brakes on them.
Yeah.
And then we got a phone call about this coming up for sale. Went down to a place in Birmingham, and they had 3 sitting, and this was the one that appealed to me more than any.
Well, Willie, how do you get a Formula One car in here, and how do you get it? I mean, it's on a plinth.
Yes, we built this plinth, and obviously the industry I'm in recycling and tarmacking. So we designed the plinth with the stone bed and the tarmac, and set it at an angle to give it the effect.
I like it.
Yep.
I like it a lot.
And the other good thing about the car is with being Jacques Villeneuve's, we were at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix 2 or 3 seasons ago, and we knew that Jacques Villeneuve was going there.
Okay.
So a friend from F1 says, Yenny, you get to after the original car, bring it over, and we'll try and get it signed.
Yeah.
So we take the fuel caps off, take them all the way to Abu Dhabi, to the Grand Prix, and fortunate enough, Jacques Villeneuve signed them for us.
Was he impressed that you had his old car?
Oh, absolutely.
Was
Knew all about the car, and it's like these things nowadays, if you've got a signature on it, it puts the value up again.
That's really, really cool.
Yep.
Let's have a look. This is the sort of like most attractive era of
Yep.
Formula One.
Yep.
You're kind of like late 90s, early 2000s.
Absolutely.
BAR Honda. That's really good, isn't it?
Yep.
Would you buy another F1 car?
No space left. And then it would mean maybe having to build more stables.
Yeah. I was going to say, actually, we kind of walked past it, but the Husqvarna
Yeah.
motocross bike,
Yeah.
that's a twin shock, you know, like a what, 70s?
Yeah, that's right. My first racing bike was a Husqvarna 250.
Okay.
So it was twin shock. Very same bike as that. And my wife got me that. It came from London. Somebody had renovated it down there, and I got that for my 50th.
That's cool.
Yep, absolutely.
That's cool. Crikey. So you used to do motocross?
Yep.
This was when, what, in your teens?
When I was 13, 14 years of age. Yep.
Right. It would have been expensive back then? Or,
Just an old bike and just work hard and get to as many races as you could.
yeah? Brutal sport though, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why the neck's a wee bit stiff.
Oh, is it?
Yep,
Okay, okay. GT40.
yep.
You can't walk past a Gulf livery vehicle. What's the story with this, the GT40?
Well, the famous GT40, Ford versus Ferrari, the movie was just out a few years ago again. It's a very iconic car. This was a 4 or 5 year restoration program. A friend of mine had worked hard on it, and then again it came up for sale. Never thought I'd get a chance to buy it. It's been at a few car shows and won awards, and it's even raced at Goodwood.
Has it?
But unfortunately, fortunate for us anyway, we get a chance to buy it, and I just think it fits in perfect with everything else.
Yeah. So is this like a recreation
Yeah,
car?
yeah.
But like, do you know how old it is? You know what?
No, I think it's early 70s, and then it was total stripped down. There's a book done in the car, and it shows you every nut and bolt restoration. It's a fantastic job, and how they found the right tradesman to do some of the work on it is mind blowing.
Yeah. So this and this does have the correct Ford
Yep,
engine in it.
yep.
Have you driven this on the road much?
No, it was quite a quick thing to buy before it went in the market, because it was sold quite easily, and it came with the trailer, and it was driven off and put in here, and when you hear the V8 running, it's like a Spitfire aeroplane with the noise. It's probably the hairs in the back of your neck stood up when you heard this thing revving.
Yeah.
There's just nothing like it.
Yeah. It does look absolutely gorgeous.
Yep.
It does look right.
And it's been MOT'd, so it could be driven on the road if
Yeah.
we needed to. Yep.
I think you should. And it's got the period tyres on it. I was looking at
Absolutely.
those.
And the lock wheel nuts with the wires through it and everything.
Yeah.
Because I always like it to go. Yep.
Well, listen, you're probably saying to yourself, hang on, there's another car back there. They haven't talked about it, you've glossed over it. We've done that on purpose. There's an amazing story behind that. And you're going to have to wait for another special episode all about that car back there. Okay, now I understand this building. So this is what it would have looked like all the way through.
Yep.
But you've built like a sort of showroom within the
big
barn.
building, the big workshop, yep.
And it's big enough to fit a double-decker in comfortably.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's the score with the double-decker?
Well, just another business brain my wife had and come up with the idea about the vintage bus bar to go to events and concerts, and you could sit in the middle of a field and it's got its own built-in generator and you could pour pints that you get in a pub.
So it's a bar with seating and...
Seating up the top and a sliding roof, depending on what the weather's like.
Oh, so you can open the roof up?
Yep.
That's so cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
What year is the bus?
Oh, it's 1960s.
Is it?
Yep.
But then you've got this amazing facade,
Yep.
which you've had all sign written.
Yes, all done in the gold leaf.
That's brilliant.
Yep.
That is really lovely. And then you can see through. So you've got roller shutter access at both ends to get
Yes.
whatever's in here
That's it.
out. The main shutter there where
Yep.
we've just walked in. Isn't that cool? And that's properly sign written. That's not a sticker.
No, that's gold leaf.
That is gold leaf, isn't it? That's beautiful.
Just another dying trade nowadays.
It is.
Yep.
I love traditional sign writing. And what is WH Autos?
Well, that was the first business I had when I just finished my time. I was doing repairs in cars. My name's Willie Hamilton, so it was WH Autos. And we established 63, that was the year I was born.
That's brilliant.
Yep.
Hang on, you were born in 63. Wasn't the Hillman Imp born in 63?
Yeah, it's 63, yeah.
So next year you're both...
We're coming 59, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yep.
That is cool. I like this. Again, was this idea your wife's?
Yes, that was the wife's brains behind
vision.
the design and the vision, yep.
I love that. Again, just look at it, isn't it? 1 minute. Old motocross bike. BAR Honda F1 car. Imp. Hot Escorts. Now, can't stop staring at that 131.
Abarth.
Abarth.
Yep,
It's an absolute tool, that car.
yep.
Ah. Yeah, anyway, nobody saw that, so that's all right. Isn't it so cool being invited into these private spaces? I mean, honestly, Willie's just made this complete car den. It's a full bar, kitchen up here, down there, a perfectly conceived little den. I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. I hope you've really enjoyed seeing, getting a private insight into one of these sorts of places. An unassuming building on the outside, but a complete like car treasure trove on the inside, to the point where even out there, the veranda is authentic Racing Armco. And of course, it goes without saying, big thank you for watching this episode. If you want to become a subscriber, you can just subscribe. Maybe you want to become a Patreon of The Late Break Show, where you get earlier access to videos like this, and extra inside info in a regular blog that I write myself without the help of adults. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this unbelievably bright, warm Scottish day. This only happens very rarely, apparently. And I'm going to spend some time leaning on this authentic Armco veranda. Cheers.